Well, the word is out. The internet is buzzing that Coach Prime has interviewed for the TCU job. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. This makes things a hell of a lot more interesting, not only for TCU, but for Jackson State as well. And you know what? Your favorite coach is going to go ahead and break it down for you right about now. It's your favorite coach back at it again, 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so by now, hit that notification bell, like, comment, and share these videos as well. And don't forget, tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes over here. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, let's tap on in this thing and get straight to it. Coach Prime in the backyard talking about how he had to push some lawn equipment around to fertilize the yard. I knew there was some foul smell of manure in the game. Because you know what? Coach Prime just stated that he was advised by his doctors that he needed to sit down and relax. But you out in the yard pushing the fertilizer container to fertilize the yard. I'm confused. But you got time to interview. Oh, you got time to interview. Okay, that's not a good look. I'm going to tell you why. And you know what? You're free to do whatever it is you wish to do, but I'm going to tell you why that's not a good look. You have a community of people that's hanging on to every word that you speak. You have a community of people that have seen hope with what you're bringing into the community. And guess what? They're hoping that you stick around for a little while. We already know there's going to be opportunities out the wazoo that's going to come your way. Why? Because you're Coach Prime. And what you've been able to offer to Jackson State has been something that many have not seen happen, and God knows when, especially when it comes to an HBCU. You are truly a phenomenon. Got to give you that, hands down. But you know, you guys don't forget about the young men that just left not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, at the homecoming game that was hoping that they're going to come to Jackson and play for Coach Prime and the Jackson State coaching staff. I'm like, what's the deal with those kids? Now I'm hoping that the recruiting that's going on is not going to backfire and blow up in your face to the guys that you could have got because you chose to go do this interview. But then again, this interview could be a bunch of hype. It could be a hype machine where it's just, you know, more fluff, more talk. You know, it's keeping JSU on the map a little harder than what many people want to believe. You don't think, hey, y'all don't believe me, do you? Stick around. Don't go nowhere. We got some more for you. Because you already know the Boo Birds is out here. They hollering and screaming. Talking like, hey, yeah, I told you, coach. I told you he ain't going to be around no long. He ain't going to be around that long, coach. I told you he out of there. That's just a bunch of hoo-ha. He telling y'all, hey, calm down. Hey, take it easy. Take it easy. Truthfully, folks, let me ask you this question. How many of you out there have worked a job in the cubicle nation where you were sick and tired of being sick and tired? And I'm not saying that Coach Prime is sick and tired, but this is just my example to get you in the frame of mind where I am right now. I'm just trying to get you in that frame of mind where Coach is at right now, where you went and said, hey, you saw a position that came available, said, you know what, I could do that job. I know more. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, I could do that job. And you apply for that job. And to your surprise, guess what? You got hired. Did you tell them, no, you didn't want the job? Or did you go ahead and tell your friends that you was taking a new position and you was leaving Cubicle Nation to go to an office or a bigger office? That never happened to you? I'm not going to lie to you. I've done it several times. Yes, I have. Because you know what? You always got to make sure you know your worth. When you don't know your worth, that means you become complacent and you allow the bull jive to go on that shouldn't go on. And all Coach Prime, I believe, is really doing is trying to make sure that folks really understand his worth. Because look at everything that's coming into Jackson State right now. I mean, hey, Jackson State is flourishing right now. And I salute them for it, and I'm proud of what's going on to that with the HBCU. But let's be real here. I want you guys to keep this in mind as well. The good folks over at TCU, they don't want Coach Prime. I stated that to you guys in the previous TCU video that I did last week. Remember the video, check the video out of the agents trying to come get Coach Prime and what's really going on here. Let's look at it from that standpoint. Trust me, I by no means is saying that Coach Prime is never going to leave JSU. I made it clear as possible that that day may come. I don't think it's going to be this soon, but stick around. I'm going to give you a little bit more. I'm spoon feeding you right now because I want you to get all of this, okay? Now, I will say this. Yes, he has ties to Texas. Yes, he has ties to Texas. Yes, he's a big name in Texas. And he's shown us all that he's more than capable of bringing the people in to see exactly what he has to offer And guess what? They're clamoring to get a hold of it, just like TSU is doing right now, because you know what? That's a big fish out there. Big fish with a big name. Big name, big fish means big conversations for everybody. That means, guess what? We got it was some people out there, some boosters that wanted to see Coach Prime come in here and interview. And you think they're not going to pick up the phone and make that phone call? You're crazy. You're crazy. Now, how it came out, yeah, I think that was a little boo-boo. That was a little foul. I can't disagree with that. But there's one thing also. There wasn't someone that's proven. Yeah, Coach Prime has had a winning season this fall. I'm not counting the spring, because in the spring they were 500. No, I'm not giving nobody no credit for a daggone forfeit, because the team had already said they wasn't playing. They were 3-3 in the daggone spring. So let's keep that a buck. But anyway, you get what I'm saying, right? But here's a few things that you're not looking at, and let me give them to you right now. Coach, the biggest problem that some of these TCU folks have is the fact that they're wondering if Coach Prime's brand could become bigger than the program itself. Now, if the brand becomes bigger than the program, what type of chaos you think that's going to cause within the community, the alumni, and some of the athletes? Some of these folks don't want all of that spotlight on them. They're not accustomed to that, and they don't really know how to adjust to it. Some people will say they want things in a particular manner, but then when they get them, it's like, oh, well, I don't know. I mean, think about it. How many times have you gone into a restaurant and you say, hey, I want to try something new on the menu, and then when you get that new thing on the menu, it tastes like crap, and you want to send it back. You need to take this off the bill. This doesn't taste like how it look on the picture. You feel me? Okay. Same scenario. But you know what? And again, you got to remember, all publicity is not good publicity, especially since they are a Nike school and Coach Prime represents Under Armour. Let's be real here. I don't think that's going to go well with many in the area either, especially those athletes. So you got a lot of athletes out there that love to wear Nike. Hell, you saw what happened with a lot of those guys that's at Jackson State, where they got in trouble for putting on Nike when they should have had on Under Armour. Right? Okay. Secondly, y'all remember Coach Strong, who went to he left Coach Strong became the new head coach in Texas some years back. And what happened to Coach Strong after he had one miserable season? They was ready to get rid of his behind, right? What do you think, what do you think is going to happen to Coach Prime? Do you think they're going to give him a long enough leash that's going to allow him time to help build that program up before they decide they want to get rid of him? Heck no. Because I'm being real with you, and I know it might be a few of you out there that look different than me that's watching this, but you guys know the honest to God truth. That's not going to happen. They're not going to let him stay there long enough to help build that program into what they want it to be. But I will tell you this, they do have two coaches that they are looking to bring in there. Yes, they got two candidates that are their favorite candidates that they're looking to bring into that program to daggone get that bad boy rolling. And you know who they are? If you don't, I'm going to tell you right now, because guess what? Both of these young men have ties to Texas. They have a proven track record of winning and building their program into a winner. These two coaches' names are at the top of their list, which is Billy Napier, the Louisiana head football coach. He has a record of 36-12. In this current year, he's 8-1. And if he's able to turn that TCU program around into a winner, the one thing that they're worried about with him is how soon is it before he decides to leave. Sonny Dykes, SMU head coach, who knows how the Texas recruiting market works, and he understands how name, image, and likeness, as well as social media, works. Now, the only problem with him is the fact that when he was the head coach at the University of Cal, his record was 19-30. So, folks, those are the two guys that they're looking at. They got one other guy that he coached before he retired, and they're trying to bring his behind back out of retirement just to have a placeholder until they can find someone else to put into that spot. Coach Prime was just an afterthought because of what he's been able to do at Jackson State and all of the attention that it brings. It was going to bring so much more attention to their program. And that's why I'm like, guys, calm down. Just calm down. Listen, this is a win-win for TCU because it brings more attention to the HBCU, because you know why? They're coming to get what was brought to an HBCU program that was able to build that HBCU program. They're coming to get that because they want that over there with them to bring that program back to, a higher height than what it is. Right now it's a mediocre program and nobody's really looking to go over there and play. Hell, as I stated in the TCU video, they're losing recruits. So guess what? They're trying to do everything that they can to get people to still sit back and consider, hey, I think I might want to stay. If they're talking about getting Coach Prime, hey, I might not go nowhere. I think I'm going to stay right here. But I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, this is a win for JSU because it shows that JSU got the goods, which they got a damn good coach that's out there, that's a leader of men. Now, the only question is, when it comes contract negotiation time, how are we going to renegotiate it? Is everybody going to be happy-go-lucky and find a way to make this thing work? Or we're going to be back at the drawing board again and Coach Prime hollering about he might want to consider going somewhere else because he want to go interview for another job. Now, like I said, I know there was a lot of you out there was pissed off and poured out the Coach Prime Kool-Aid like, man, I ain't drinking this bull jive no more. Understand, he will be around for a little bit. He'll be around for a little longer. How long? I don't know. But I believe you, me. I believe he'll be there into the next season or two. And, we'll see, we as fans will have to sit back and watch and see where it goes. But just like Nino Brown said in New Jack City, it's bigger than C&B. Yes, it is. And it's even bigger than HBCU. Y'all really want to get into that? Do Coach a huge favor. Let's get this video up to 100 likes and 100 comments, and we can dive on into that topic right there for you because trust you and me, there's some things going on right now in the background that it'll turn your stomach as far as how all of this stuff works. You keep hearing me say this is a business. This is a dirty business. This is a nasty business. And it ain't going to always go the way everybody expected to go. But right now, all I'm saying is this. There's a lot of young men out there that's looking up to Coach Prime, and they looking forward to seeing what he can do. Not to mention the elders out there that's been waiting for someone to come along that could bring prosperity to an HBCU. And now it's here, and for it to get swept away just that quick goes to show it goes to show the history of why things have been the way that has been for so long with HBCU sports. But until next time, guys, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. And remember, guys, be the one and lead.